And I'm like, well, this guy, like, we've been talking a lot, and he's gonna come pick me up for a date.
And I picked her up at her house. We just walked up and just gave each other a big kiss, like without even saying hi. And we're like, oh, that was weird, but cool.
We kissed, like right when we met. It was weird.
And then dinner was like several hours of just chatting, and
we were just having this really great time, and they had us in like this round booth. So it wasn't like this awkward, we're gonna sit next to each other in the booth kind of thing, but we also got to. So we were just laughing and having a good time and talking.
And the waitress came up and said, you know, it's so nice to see a couple so happy in love. And I was like, well, this is our first date, so.
And I'm like, we just met. You know, it's just like this really funny thing.
I wish we could find that same waitress from our first date. I can only imagine what she would say right now.
We are in Nathrop, Colorado at Mount Princeton Hot Springs Resort.
This is our life. Like, this is something different than we have in Florida and Ohio and Montana and everywhere we're from. So we wanted to share it with everybody.
Whitney and Skyler love adventures and mountains and wanted to be surrounded by nature and beauty.
It's more for the experience. The views are good too. It does look like a Hollywood set from an old Western or something like that, but
I think it really is the joke on everybody else. Super high elevation, so everybody just gets drunk faster. I think that's probably the most logical sense to come in here.
We're in beautiful Colorado with the best group of people that we could be here with.
We're celebrating Skyler and Whitney's communion wedding, joining the whiskey.
We're celebrating a weekend of dumb puns, I think.
Dumb puns.
We're here celebrating Whitney and Skyler getting married.
We're celebrating that true love can be found on Tinder.
it's all came together. It's so amazing. People are from all over. They're here, and everybody's friends. Like, they're here for us, but they don't need us, and they're having as much fun as we are.
There's been a lot going on, I think, but there's a lot of people here, and I think I'm getting married today.
Well, we are celebrating the marriage of my son to Whitney.
We got this wedding. It's actually more like a drinking fest with a wedding that happens to be at the same time, I think.
My baby sister is getting married.
It's wedding day, baby, 8/26/17.
And it is August 26th. I'm doing good.
All right, we're done.
Yeah.
Skyler is the type of guy that never has any bad days, period. Every day is better than the last.
He's absolutely one of the most honest, best kids, you would wish for in this home.
He's a good guy and a dying breed of genuine people. He's just one that, you turn around, you need something, and he's there, he's on it, and he's on a scooter. So.
He's just so funny and tall and handsome.
He is fun
and patient.
The guy is just a freak, just an energy freak, but very smart.
He's intelligent, he's generous, he is kind of the guy I've always been looking for.
First biggest trait you'll find about Skyler, you probably notice that he's got a lot of heart. He maybe doesn't show it, but he's kind of a little daredevil, or a big daredevil now. Skyler, he's pretty special to me.
Oh, it's really good, dude. I hope I look that good.
Honestly, having grown up, knowing the kid for 22 years, this is a huge day. It's a huge step, and I think he crushed it with Whitney. I mean, she's a phenomenal woman.
We know he definitely is marrying up.
No, absolutely. He outkicked his coverage.
Whitney's awesome.
She pushes you to your limits. and out of your comfort zone.
Out of your comfort zone, or often unnecessarily out of your comfort zone.
Female version of Skyler. Super friendly, super happy, energetic.
Type A, but late, so that's not really type A.
We kind of labeled her as the director because she'll guide us around and take us, and lead the way for everybody.
Beautiful, inside and out.
Her personality is like contagious. You just want to be around her all the time.
And she's got a heart of gold, and she's just got a way about her that it influences people. It makes you want to, do better, be a better person.
She is like very intentional. Like she knows where you're at, she meets you where you're at, she loves you where you're at, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful, and I love being a part of it.
She's probably the most positive and thoughtful, just absolutely selfless. She would do anything for anybody else.
She's my best friend. She's my person. Sorry.
She's something else. She really is. When she was first born, I just knew. When I looked at her, there was something special about her. I mean, I just looked at her and I thought, this baby is special. Gonna do a lot in her life. And she has so far.
From young age on, she would just always want to go do, the next thing, and we'd always follow. I mean, I always was worried that could she find somebody, that could keep up.
Skyler tries not to cry. He really tries.
I'm not really like an emotional person in day to day, but it's the weird things like when people cross the finish line in a marathon. Like I get so choked up, and I feel like I've been like that for like 3 days.
There's this glimpse that comes over him when things are really meaningful to him, and he doesn't show it often, but I'm really excited about that. And he's gonna look so cute in his suit.
At any point, somebody could say something. If I see Whitney, it's like that. My bride. You look beautiful.
Whitney, today is the day. We've been waiting our entire lives for this.
Babe, it's here. I'm so excited to be your wife and live life with you. So grateful for everything in my life. You make your own luck. That's what won me over when I first swiped right.
All of our friends and family are here, all for you and me. I can't wait to be this excited every morning for the rest of our lives together.
Can't wait to walk down the aisle with you today. Thank you for choosing me. Love you to the moon and back, your wife.
We're in the final countdown, and I have never been more excited to see you in a short while. I love you so much. Here's to forever, your new husband, Skyler.
I'm looking forward to Skyler saying his vows, partly because I know that he's just incredibly nervous about it.
I'm actually excited to see Skyler cry. So maybe I'm excited for when Whitney cries.
Oh man, her and my dad walking up the aisle. That's gonna be great. It's gonna get us all.
I am the youngest of 3 girls, so the dad stuff is gonna be really hard.
Oh, she is Daddy's little girl from the moment she was born. He's just her hero.
I think that all of us parents could stand up here and gush for hours.
Both of us can't talk about it, can't think about it. I think my dad this whole time has been like, I don't think I can come to the wedding. Okay, Daddy, here we go.
Skyler and Whitney. We've spoken of your love and the connection that you experienced from the moment you met. It was a feeling that carried with it a weight, the kind of heaviness that brings about a lightness and joy. Within the Jewish tradition, this kind of experience is called kavod, which is the Hebrew word that we translate as glory. It is a recognition that the things that weigh the heaviest in life are the very things which cannot be weighed. We stand here together holding this weight, the heaviness of this moment that can only be described as glory. And it is this divine presence that stirs within each of you today as you give your lives to one another. And now, Skyler, do you receive Whitney as your wife? Do you promise that you will, with the gracious help of God, love, honor, respect, and care for her, never forsaking her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Whitney, do you receive Skyler as your husband? Do you promise that you will, with the gracious help of God, love, honor, respect, and care for him, never forsaking him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Skyler and Whitney have consented to holy matrimony and symbolize that commitment through the exchanging of rings. I now pronounce you husband and wife. What God has joined together, may no one separate. You may kiss your bride.
I'm not getting married. God damn it! How the fuck you get it?
Lacey, I'm ready for you. We have to do a tryout with you too. Okay. Because you love tryout so much. We're going to do a tryout with you.
The first time I met Whitney and I looked into her eyes and I gave her a hug and all that, I knew she was a very special, personable person. But as far as marriage, who knows? You know, Skyler had quite a few girlfriends, and I didn't pay a lot of attention.
So growing up with Whitney, so great. Every single night, Mom, Dad, come tuck me in. This went on until she was 25.
I can't think of a better person that Sky would have ever wound up with. You are absolutely gorgeous, you are patient, you are intellectual, and you are motivated.
I remember the very first night that I met Whitney. Skyler and I were coming back from a ski trip to Vail, and he said, hey bro, is it cool if we stop and have dinner with this girl, Whitney? So I immediately started asking questions like, you like this girl? You've been out with her? What's she look like? She cute? What do we, I start the interrogation. So we have this incredible dinner with Whitney, and I get back in the car and I'm like, dude, she is the female version of you. Like, you two are exactly the same. I'm blowing her up. I'm like, you need to date. You two need to hang out. Why are you not? Like, she's just a friend. You haven't dated her yet? I'm just going up. And Skyler gets all smiling, giggly, like only Skyler does. And Whitney, he says exactly this. Keep in mind, they're not dating. He goes, I'll probably marry Whitney. And today he has.
Who's funnier, you or Whitney?
Good jokes or bad jokes? I got bad jokes. She's got good jokes.
Whitney.
Skylar's funnier looking, that's for sure.
Skylar's definitely cornier. Like, he's got the worst jokes, but they're the best.
I would say Whitney. Skyler would probably like to think he is.
I know Skylar a little bit better, so I'll have to say he's funny.
I don't know, Skyler and his puns, it's great, but Whitney, my whole life, is always making us laugh.
I mean, Skyler's probably funnier because he does really cheesy jokes, but like, I feel like I'm pretty funny.
Both of them keep you laughing. I can't say that one's funnier than the other because they're like a team.
For the first time as husband and wife, the newlyweds.
This has been the best weekend, and it has ended up as the best day ever. I just can't even tell you how much I love them both and how... Wait a minute, my phone went dark.
Montana's in the house. Where you at, Montana? Hey! It's amazing how far you people will come for a free meal.
Everyone knows that there comes a time in every man's life where he meets someone special. He meets them, he knows, this is the person I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. For Skyler, that day came 22 years ago when he met me in kindergarten. And he knew it was love ever after.
Skyler and I were quite a team when it came to picking up the chicks. Just an example. Typically, the girls would come up to me and they'd be like, "Hi, Chase," followed by, "Skyler! Oh my God! Where have you been? Oh my God, what are you doing later? Let's hang out." I just asked if I could hold their purse or anything.
Having grown up with this kid, I'm proud to say that, he has turned into one heck of an individual, somebody who's extremely smart, motivated.
He is universally well-liked, and he deserves it. He's earned it. I will tell you that he's serious enough about what he wants to accomplish in life, and one of those things is love. One of those things for all of us is love.
I want you to always learn from each other and learn together. You have each other to hold each other and to lean on each other always and forever. How cool is that?
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm Whitney, I could not be more happy to have you join Skyler and I on the rest of our life trip.
I didn't know what to talk about. And I don't remember speaking at the other two weddings. I just remember getting in trouble. Wendy and we've done a lot. We had so many things, so many projects. And to watch her 5, 6, 7, next thing you know, she's 32 years old. So I've been thinking about those 32 years. The things she would do if it was sleepovers. When they got here, we're good, we're ready to go, and it was gonna be a blast. Her plan is to make sure that whatever's going on, that we all benefit. And it's like, what's next? I'm done with that, what's next? And she keeps going 120 miles an hour, and as she got older, she just kept doing it. No matter if it's that sleepover or if it's this, and here we are. So that'll bring me to today. She didn't want a one-day thing. She didn't want everybody to come to town and go through the ceremony motion and have a great reception, but everybody goes home that night. She took us all out of our hectic world, good, bad, or ugly, and created this 4-day event, not just for her, it was for everybody here. So with her going 120 miles an hour, always wondering what's next, what am I gonna do next? I always think as a dad, who's she gonna find? Who's there? Who can go 120? So one day I started hearing about this guy. Met him, watched, listened, and it was there. I mean, here's this guy that got it. He's all about what's next. He's all about what else? What can I do to make it better? The only thing she didn't tell me, he's actually 500 mile an hour.
We're both just on the same page. It's like us enjoying the highs in life and making our own highs in life that makes our time, every minute of it, so special.
I am a handful, and I talk a lot, and I think a lot, and he gets me, and he loves me, and there's not anyone else that could fill the shoes in my mind of a man more than Skyler could.
I'm just lucky that we're just so optimistic about the rest of our life. And as exciting as this is this weekend, 3 days, imagine what it's like for our whole life. So that's why I'm lucky.
Whitney, what a road it's been so far, and I feel like we're just getting started. Your thoughtfulness and genuine happiness is adored by every person in your life, even people you just meet. I'm lucky enough to experience this every day from the moment we wake up, and that was something that was missing in my life before I met you.
Today I promise to always recognize and appreciate the way you fulfill me. I love that you are generous and that you always make me laugh. I love your outlook on life and your positive attitude. I love that you make me feel safe and protected. And as for as strong as I am on my own, I feel even stronger with you by my side. I know in my heart, more than I know anything else, that you are the man I was meant to spend the rest of my life with. So today, I commit to being your forever girl, your life partner, and your wife.
The way we're feeling right now, whether it's these butterflies, the tears, or the excitement, I know we are going to feel this amount of love every day for the rest of our lives together.